you got a shirt. You just sit in the back. That one I can see selling. And this one too. I mean, Death Part 2 is fantastic. And everybody wants to be a club member. Hey, Evil. Is that you?
I made it. Don't worry. I made it.
What's going on back there?
I'm back. I got the late fees. I got the late fee payments. I didn't get cash though.
You didn't get cash? I sent you to get cash.
I got these.
What the fuck are those?
Oh, these are IOUs. See, every late fee accounted for. Fucking took a little bit, but I got it. Fucking that Drewski McGillicuddy. That guy's a dick. Got a sucker punch, but he's all right. But see, IOUs.
IOUs? I can't. We cannot pay bills with IOUs. Can you eat with IOUs? I don't think so.
See this one? $275,000. Definitely want to hang on to that one. But we got the late fees in.
You're pissing me off. Are you at least ready to talk about the movie?
Oh, yes. I'm super excited. Super excited to talk about Trick or Treat. Such a fun anthology flick. My favorite.
Oh my fucking god. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. Not trick or treat. Not trick or treats. Trick or treat. It's got like heavy metal and bullies and it's like Carrie. It's fucking super rad.
I watched the wrong one.
You dropped the ball again. And now I gotta fucking talk about this movie by myself?
Right. You said, yeah. I just watched the wrong movie. That's okay. That's okay. Bad at reviews. So bad at reviews.
Oh my god. Well, I suppose since Evil's busy self-loathing, I'll get on the phone and see if I can get some people to do some reviews with me. Because Jesus, I can't believe this fucking guy, man. Alright, let's get a hold of somebody. I guess I'll call Christian. Hey man, what's up? Rottin Roger here from 3B Video.
What's up, Roger? What you up to, dude?
Well, the reason I'm calling, dude, is you actually have substantial late fees.
Talk about late fees. I ain't got no movies from you.
You were the one that rented these movies. I mean, I can send you stills from the security cameras if you'd like. And these late fees, I really need the money.
All right, dude. Come on, let's work something out. We've been boys for a while now. Let me do something to work off this debt, dude. I ain't got the money for those late fees, man. I forgot about them movies. I ain't even got them no more.
That's true. I mean, we've known each other for a minute, and you've been a good dude. You're always quick to help out. So I suppose I could cut you a deal. I'll tell you what. If you review the movie with me, I'll just wipe the slate clean. No more late fees. Seem fair?
Yeah, Trick or Treat. I love Trick or Treat. You want me to talk about Trick or Treat for you, dude? I got you.
All right, man. So you do your thing.
Yo, what's up? It's Mr. Rock and Roll himself, Christian Hanna Horror, letting you guys know about Trick or Treat. You like horror, heavy metal, and 80s? This is the perfect movie for you guys to watch. I don't know why you ain't seen it yet. Check this movie out, or just be square the rest of your life. It's up to you guys.
Well, I don't know if that was worth wiping the slate clean for the late fees, but I'm not going to let you guys down, okay? I said guests. I said people were going to help on this review. And I still have one more trick up my sleeve. Devon Graham actually owes me some money. So I'm going to call him and make him help on this review too.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? Rottin Roger here from 3B Video.
Oh, hey Roger. How's it going, man?
Listen, the reason I'm calling is because you do have a boatload of late fees. You guys only come around here to the video store when you need something. I mean, what do you think this is? You think this is a fucking costume? This is a way of life.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I know that I've been a bit behind, but you know, I've got a lot of things that I have to take care of. Like I explained, I'm good for it. You know that.
Why don't you do me a solid and watch Trick or Treat, not Trick or Treat, and do a little review for me.
Well, you know, I have not had a lot of free time to do reviews, but I think maybe I can manage something. All right, deal.
Cool. All right.
Hello everybody, Drew here from Hayes and That Devon Graham, and today I want to talk to you briefly about 1986's Trick or Treat, not to be confused with the fantastic 2007 horror anthology Trick or Treat. So I recently decided to watch this, as I did owe Roger for all the time he's given me on my late fees. And I have to tell you, this movie was utterly fantastic. This movie is absolutely fucking metal. This movie is absolutely fucking awesome. I could not recommend this movie higher. If you love 80s hair metal, if you love demons coming out of records, and if you love campy, fantastic acting, then you're going to love Trick or Treat. And I will expound a little bit more upon that in my own personal review, which you'll see in the link in the description of 3B's video. So after you finish this video, come check out my thoughts.
Hello, internet fans, and welcome to 3B Video. I'm your host, Rottin Roger DeMarco, and today we're going to be talking about Charles Martin Smith's 1986 film, Trick or Treat. That's right. For those of you who have not seen this film, here is your plot synopsis. Eddie Weinbauer, who his close friends deem Ragman, is obsessed with this heavy metal rocker named Sammy Kerr. Sammy Kerr passes away, and Eddie Weinbauer is the sole proprietor of the last single that Sammy Kerr ever recorded. Turns out, the spirit of Sammy Kerr reaches out to Eddie Weinbauer through the vinyl and tells him to kill all the bullies. There's a little bit more to it than that, but if you haven't seen this movie, you've got to discover this on your own. I fucking love this movie. But before we get into my overall thoughts of the film, first, let's take a look at
Rottin Rogers!
Splatter Facts. We have 16 dead bodies. We have 4 titties. We have gratuitous fastway, random Gene Simmons sighting, misunderstood metal, puddle slipping, spirit summoning songs, demonic stereo, random Ozzy Osbourne sighting, 1 Carrie-esque dance massacre, gratuitous boom mic, and possessed car. The methods of death include but are not limited to fire, ghost headphone orgasm, pulled through the TV barbecue, vaporized, guitar soloed, and exploded. Alright, so now on to my overall thoughts of this film. I talk about this movie to everyone that crosses my path that hasn't seen this movie. This movie is an extremely fun metal horror movie that captures the 80s vibe so well. It's ridiculous. Everything from the music to the cars to the fashion. It's very hard to be more 80s than this movie. And I say that in the best way possible because it's not done in a satirical way whatsoever. It's very true to the time period. And I think that what draws me into this film, I think that most of us can relate to Eddie Weinbauer, Ragman, and the struggles that he goes through in this school. He's not trying to be the weird kid. He's not trying to make people angry, or he's not bringing this on himself in any way, shape, or fashion. He's just being himself. He's being who he is, minding his own business and being his own person. And it doesn't sit well with the majority of his classmates. They bully him. They go out of their way to mess with him. They set him up. They do a lot of very mean things to him. Feel like it's very relatable. It's very sad at points with the way that this character handles it. And I think that that's all testament to Mark Price. The way that he plays the character of Eddie is so genuine and so realistic, where you're just like, you kind of want to reach into the screen and give him a hug and be like, you know what, dude? High school's only one more year. And then all these fucking jerkwads, they're gonna like work at car dealerships. So you just want to like tell him, metal is forever, football stops. And one thing about this movie that's fantastic, or all 80s horror really, that sort of deals with this bullying aspect, is that it feels so good when you watch a movie like this and the bullies get exactly what they deserve. Man, is it just so gratifying to see these people who their sole purpose is to make someone's day miserable. It's so awesome to watch them get their comeuppance. Again, this is that reoccurring theme of 80s horror. And I think that's why the outcasts and the different people can relate to these types of films. This is, pre-Columbine, pre-school shooting, and this is like the easier pill to swallow of the two. This is fun, entertaining to see this spirit come back from the dead and help Eddie Weinbauer exact revenge on all of these people who treat him so badly. Had this movie been about a kid who gets bullied and then brings an AK-47 in his gym bag to school, it wouldn't be as fun. It would be too close to reality. And we like to keep our violence silly and on screen with just enough social commentary and with just enough realism to make you relate, but we don't want to cross into that realm of, well, that shit got dark. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go, whoa, okay, I see this on the news. You never see a spirit playing guitar, zapping people with lasers on the news. That's just fun. I think that is what really draws me to movies like this, and this movie in particular. I like to compare this movie, for those of you who haven't seen this movie, I like to compare it to something like 976 Evil, where like these demonic forces are sort of giving this weak kid a little bit of power, a little bit of revenge, and the dark forces always seem to take over. So you have this morality tale of the lead character who has been done wrong and who feels like he needs this vengeance, but then at some point realizing that it's gone too far and that it's not going to change anything, and that it's almost completely unnecessary. Very Pumpkinhead-esque. But this movie does have that traditional horror movie trope of a lead character who's like fooling around with a lady in a car, and then he's got to take a leak, so he goes like 6 miles away from the car so he can pee. The girl in the backseat is like seconds away from seeing your penis. Dude, you can pee next to the car. Obviously I understand. It's so the character in the backseat of the car can get killed. Yeah, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. You got to get these characters from point A to point B in specific areas so they can be offed. Yes, there's got to be a little bit more of a creative way to do that, is what I'm getting at. Never in the history of ever have I walked 6 miles away from my wife to pee. I just don't do it. But the thing that is the coolest about this movie is that it takes the Carrie prom massacre and just metals the fuck out of it. It's so rad. Where you have the spirit of Sammy Kerr on stage and he gets everyone rocking with him, and he's doing this thing where he's hitting his thigh and there's chains and he's just wailing on this fucking guitar, and then he's shooting lasers out of the guitar, just vaporizing people. It's so fucking metal. But there are things about this movie that are just leaps and bounds better than the majority of 80s horror. So if you haven't seen this movie, I can't push you in this direction enough. But in my personal opinion, this movie is 100% popcorn as fuck. Because it's 80s, man. It's so 80s, it's so metal, it's so fucking rad. It has everything that I want in a horror movie in this movie. It's a very fun time. It's a very fast watch. It goes by so quick you don't even realize that you're almost done with the movie. And that is a sign of a fantastic horror movie. It'll suck you in. It'll make you go through a very wide range of emotions. There's so much depth and sadness to the character of Eddie Weinbauer that he is easily one of my favorite final guys, I suppose I would say. It's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about this movie. So if I have swayed you to check out Trick or Treat or Ragman, click the link in the description and get a copy for you today. But I suppose I should probably get going because after all, it's a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them. So why not me? Right? Yeah, I still got to hook up that other VCR and get all those copies of Halloween dubbed.